Welcome, Westside Pirate fans, to the broadcast here. We are located in Cokeville as we get ready for the Cokeville Invitational second day. This is more and more of what you would consider, bracket play has officially started. The Westside Pirates earlier in the day blanking their opponent earlier on. They have made it to the second round here. They were able to blank Cokeville, taking 3-0. Showing up late, I came all the way over from Firth last night. So I was just a tad late, but now we're going to go ahead and get all of the action for the rest of the day. Really short pregame show for you today. We are so grateful to all of our sponsors, including North Star Ultimate Outdoors, Evergreen Financial for their coaches show today, as well as the Naylor Insurance keys to the game. We'll go ahead and talk about all of those coming up, take a quick break. And we'd also like to thank, before I forget, Webb Funeral Home for giving us our starting lineups and our look at our roster and our key players. The Westside Pirates going to be taking on Lyman today. Lyman undefeated in this tournament. And if you're just joining us, we welcome you here to mylocalradio.com. We hope that if you know anybody that enjoys Westside sports, that you would mention to them that you can watch them here on mylocalradio.com with me throughout the entirety of the school year. We'll come back to you here on a mylocalradio.com presentation of Westside Pirate Volleyball here on mylocalradio.com.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Here, continuing on with the pregame show, what was set for.
It's time for Westside Pirate Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars.
So we welcome you into the live coverage here. We apologize. This game was scheduled to play in about 15 minutes, but they're starting right now. They want to keep ahead of schedule. A set up here to Abby Fuller on the left side, taps it on over. Caught up and over-returned over the near sideline. For the first points, the Pirates will strike first against Lyman here in the second round of bracket play. They're trying to play for the championship in the silver bracket here today. Natalie Lemon kicks that one off all the way to the libero for Lyman. A setup here on the right side, just over the top of the outstretched fingers of the front line. Good rally, and Westside will push it over. Another attack in the middle for Lyman, and that one will sail out and long. An attack by Haley Eldridge in the middle will not find its mark, and Westside goes up 2-0. Another Natalie Lemon serve, fielded in the back by Haley Blumel. High skying and finally tipping over at the 10-foot line. Westside on offense, set up for Abby Fuller on the left, blocked partially, ball kept up in the air. Lyman reacts and sends a counter-offensive, scooped up on the front line, and another setup for Abby Fuller. Cross court, and it's taken by Blumel, very well handled by the Lyman Eagles. Good back and forth between these two teams, and Grimm puts that one into the net. She thought she saw a little bit of space, and the first points to Lyman will go off of an error there. Little shot into the net from Britta Grimm, the sophomore. Grimm getting a lot of varsity minutes, doing a really good job. Service from Lyman taken by Mariskal, and a little side set over from Beckstead does not hit the mark. Mariskal receives on the back end, sets up for Abby Fuller on the left, tipping it up and over. Received at the 10-foot line, counter-offensive over there on the right. Scooped up by Westside. Here a bit again on the left. Fuller off of the block and out of bounds. A huge kill by Fuller. We'll keep track of her kills today. That's her first one. As Westside goes up 3-1. Beckstead will serve for the Pirates. Located just off of the screen. Taken by Blumel, the libero in the middle. Bradshaw setting up her teammate on the right, and that's going to bounce off of Mariscal in the back right corner and out of bounds. That's a kill for Sage Bradshaw. Lyman known for those Bradshaws. Do great at volleyball, and they'll turn it around 3-2. Received by Roberts. Beckstead sets it up to the left for Abby Fuller, and she puts a rocket off of her right arm, cross court from left to right. Hits its mark, bounces off of a Lyman player and out of bounds, and the Pirates come out swinging against Lyman, showing that they are not afraid whatsoever to go toe-to-toe with someone who has not lost in this tournament. Here comes Lyman setting up on the right side over the top of the front line over Grimm and Mariscal. Counter-offensive out to the left for Mariscal, and thought as though that it was tipped, but it is not. Point given to Lyman as it sails out the back right corner. 4-3 for the Pirates. This is Briley Bradshaw, over-returned by Roberts right into the arms of Lindsay Tucker, who just dunks it on the net, puts it right down on the front line of the Pirates. 4-4 is the score in this first set. Brought to you in part by many of our sponsors, including Northern Title, trusted title company here in Preston. Set up from inside to out, far to the right. Another kill for Sage Bradshaw. That's her second of the match. Lyman takes the lead 5-4 here in the first set. Braley Bradshaw received by Roberts on the back line, set up in the middle for Grimm, who tips it over the front line. Diving dig by Lyman. Battle at the net. It's going to dance around, and Mariscal and Grimm are going to win that battle against the Eagles, tying things up 5-5. Special thanks to our sponsors, including Northern Title, North Star Ultimate Outdoors, and Evergreen Financial. We were unable to get that pregame show running because they started early on us. That happens on occasion. A little bit of a mix-up and an error and an attack into the net by Sage Bradshaw. Pirates up 6-5. Could not do this broadcast without our sponsors located here in the wonderful Franklin County area, as well as our scoreboard sponsor, Les Schwab Logan North Store. Beckstead in the middle, setting up Natalie Lemon into the block. Dug up on the back right corner by Blumel. Fuller in the back right corner gives it back to Beckstead. Left side attack from Mariscal into the block and backwards. That's a big block from Lyman. The big front line, including Lindsay Tucker there on the assisted block. 6-6 is your score. Bradshaw to serve, received by Fuller, smack dab in the middle. Beckstead in a short set for Lemon, and Lyman will be called into the net. And a violation, giving Westside an advantage, 7-6. Back and forth blows between these two teams. Newton sends that one with the left hand. Blumel in the middle, right side attack from Lyman across the line and just out. And that camera almost took a tumble, and that could have been bad for everybody. Wow, put your 3D glasses on right there. Pirates go up 8-6. I'd love to go back and watch that one. Newton again sending it to Blumel in the middle. Lyman, short set up top, over the top of the front line, dug up by Beckstead. Fuller out to the left for Mariscal. Tries to hit the back left corner, cannot do so, dug up by Lyman. A dance on the net, Beckstead on her feet. Back to Fuller, Mariscal. Little tap with the right hand. Mariscal again battling with number 9 of Lyman, that's Caroline Bradshaw. A couple Bradshaws on the team. Big dig there by Natalie Lemon, right smack dab in the middle, and a big attack off of Roberts' fingers and out the back line, and a kill for Lindsay Tucker. Ball goes back to Lyman, and Tucker will take over the duties of serving. Big right hand, nearer to us and the booth. Lyman setting up with a front line, and Lemon reads the defense like a book. Notice that 2 long arms were located just to her kitty corner left, taps it to her right, and it drops smack dab in the middle right in front of the tape for another kill. Lemon with 2 kills of her own. Mariskal sends that one to the back right corner, dug up by Bradshaw. Attacked by Bradshaw at the 10-foot line. Roberts uses her hops to get that thing up in the air, but an attempt from Beckstead to try and keep it up as she came running from the back right corner, could not find it in time, bounces off of her, 9-8. On the Les Schwab scoreboard, Fuller digs at the 10-foot line. Beckstead back set for Lyman, who goes to the back right corner. Good defense by Lyman. Como, left side, Fuller into the block. Another great athletic move by Bradshaw on the back. Mariskal digs, Beckstead tries to get a little side set in there, got a little bit too anxious, it goes into the net. We've got a tie ball game, 9-9. I'm Cody Olson, the new voice of the Westside Pirates. We thank you for joining us here, and an ace immediately by Caroline Bradshaw. Just sat right down in that soft spot in the underbelly of the Westside defense. Lyman goes up 10-9. Catch us all year long in the volleyball action. We're here at tournament play, part of Bracket Saturday here in Cokeville. Second round and the second to last game, win or lose for the Pirates today. They have an option if they win. Fuller attacks cross court, asking for the slight touch as that ball goes out of bounds, does not do so, 9-11. An option of either playing at 6 o'clock, an earlier game if they happen to fall to Lyman in this one, or an 8:30 game for a championship bracket game later on tonight. Beckstead in the middle for Lemon. Cross court, hits the line. That's a good one for Lemon. She's starting to rack it up. 3 kills right here from my unofficial stats. Move this over. Lemon to serve, dug up by Bradshaw on the back. In the middle, an attack into the arms and down. Haley Eldridge using her height and putting it right into the Pirates. Puts it down. Lyman 12-10. Mariskal digs on the back. Beckstead here out to the left for Fuller. Bread and butter setup, dug up by Lyman and Blumel. Right side attack by Bradshaw. That's off of the face of Como and out of bounds. Big shot, and Como wasn't quite ready for it. Bounces off of the side of her cheek and goes out to the right. 13-10. Mariskal to Beckstead. Going back to Fuller on the left. Decides to go with the finesse move, dug up on the first attempt, but not the second. Lyman and Briley Bradshaw cannot dig it up from underneath the tape after the initial dig. 11-13. Beckstead right to the back line, taken by Rose. In the middle, a double attack. Roberts has it up in the air. Roberts has to save Fuller, who just kind of put it up in the air. Call and the whistle initiated by our judge up here in the stands. Wasn't sure quite what it was. Nonetheless, points given to the Pirates as I was busy focusing on the bodies colliding here on the near side. Shaving the top of the tape is Beckstead. Bradshaw goes into the middle. Cross court and down, right. Perfect corner shot from Sage Bradshaw. Another big kill for her. She's at 4 in this set alone. 14-12. Blumel, running jump start, given right to Mariskal on the Cokeville logo. Beckstead out to her left, big right hand from Fuller. Cannot mark it down. Grimm was there to put it back after it was over-returned. Ball goes just out the tape. Saving a little bit of breathing room for the Pirates, who stay within 1 of the Lyman Eagles, 13-14. Beckstead rolling the ball in her hands, jumping and getting the right hand, a service error into the net. First service error of the day for the Pirates. Bradshaw shaving the top of the net, dug up by Roberts, and out of rotation is the call on the Pirates. So 3 quick points given the Lyman Eagles. And we're having our far side judge giving a little bit of reminders to the Pirates, as well as Coach Royer. Coach Royer, very, very happy what she's seen here by the Pirates in Cokeville. Talked a little bit about getting back into volleyball shape, remembering what the ball looked like, remembering what rotations we have. Big block, and Grimm had her arms in there with Como. Gets caught up in the net and falls down onto the west side portion of the court. Timeout taken here. We'll take it as well. Special shout out to our first set sponsor, Northern Title. We'll hear from them on a Westside Pirate volleyball presentation on mylocalradio.com.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Back here into the action, remaining here in the first set, 13-17. Lyman Eagles on top with Briley Bradshaw set to serve on the back line. Webb Funeral Home is proud to present the West Side volleyball roster, which includes Samantha Roberts, Abby Fuller, Lainey Beckstead, Paige Como, Britta Grimm, Natalie Lemon, Audrey Gunderson, Marley Newton, Sarah Mariskal, and Holly Croft. Ball comes careening in from the other court as Lyman tacks on another point. Score is 18-13 here in this first set. Bradshaw sends it back over to Mariskal on the near corner. They'll go back to her on the left, who puts it into the arms. Incredible dig by Sage Bradshaw on the right side after the rebound. Another soft touch over the top. Good recollection and recovery. Mariskal high up into the air. 2 hits called on the Pirates. Lyman starting to run away with it here, 19-13. Bradshaw again to Mariskal on the near side. Beckstead, almost an over return. Grimm has to come and help her out. Rose out to the left, dug up by Roberts, and a couple different ping pong hits off of different Pirates on the left side of the court. And too many, more than 3, I can tell you that. 7-point lead for the Eagles. Bradshaw again to Mariskal, and she wanted to let that one go behind her, thinking that that was going to carry beyond the back line. Does not do so, and it's an ace. Mariskal has to dive as that was a sinker onto the serve intended for her. Como slaps that one over the 10-foot line. Recovery by Lyman. Big attack, that one far out. Westside does not touch it. Finally, the bleeding slowed down a little bit. A substitution, Britta Grimm comes out. Natalie Lemon comes in. Samantha Roberts to serve. Big left hand right to Blumel in the middle. Little side tap, ball watched as Caroline Bradshaw watches that one hit the line exactly. That's going to be a kill for the Westside Pirates. Roberts sends it again to Blumel on the back line, out to the right side. Set up right in the middle, diving for it is Beckstead. Lemon takes a shot and it bounces off a Lyman defender and into the stands directly behind the back line. Westside trying to claw back into this one. Roberts again. Blumel receives on the back line. Right side attack from the Eagles. That one's down right on the Cokeville Panther logo from right side to left side. Serving duties will swap between the Pirates and the Eagles. 22-16. Sage Bradshaw. Service error into the net. Still a little bit of hope for the Pirates as they're trying to work their way back into contention. It's getting really close for the Lyman Eagles, only 3 points away in taking the first set. Received on the back line. Again, another attack on the right. Partially blocked, scooped up by Mariskal. And a big dunk on an over return from Mariskal. Lindsay Tucker capitalizes, working her way to her left on the far side. Just in bounds. Service taken by Fuller on the back line. Beckstead short set up in the middle. Lemon goes to the right side, and it's going to be a lift call on the Eagles, who are trying to receive that little touch attack, working from inside to outside to the right. It's a kill for Lemon. She's got 4. Ace by Mariskal. (19-23). The Roaring 20s. Mariskal goes again to the back corner, and it will go out the back line, carried just a little bit too far, and set point coming up for the Lyman Eagles. Caroline Bradshaw to Roberts, smack dab in the middle. Beckstead will work out to Fuller. Fuller splits the defenders in the arms, raised up above the tape on the left side, and punches it down right in front of the back line. 20-24. Natalie Lemon. Hot pink shoes, I like them. Diving around, and 3 hits on the Lyman Eagles, who were kind of out of rotation as bodies were flying underneath one another on the far side. 21-24. West side across, bounces off the top of the tape, good recovery. Right side attack, and a block by Beckstead and Grimm. Timeout taken. Beckstead, who would have known, getting in on that block. She did fantastic. We'll take another quick timeout here on a Westside Pirate presentation of volleyball here on mylocalradio.com.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies.
Back into the live action, special thanks to Worm Creek Theater. Go ahead and see a movie out there in Preston. Grimm punches it back down. It's saved by Lyman. Incredible dig. About 2 feet from the tape, and Lyman will take the first set, 25-22. Lyman, 25-22 in set number 1. We'll go ahead and take a quick break and thank our sponsors as we continue on in this coverage of the Cokeville Invitational. Westside Pirates, proud to be here and having a fantastic time. We'll go ahead and mention that all of our sponsors in our pregame show we'd like to thank, including Webb Funeral Home, Evergreen Financial, as well as North Star Ultimate Outdoors. Let's go ahead and hear from them on a presentation on mylocalradio.com of Westside Pirate Volleyball.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry, driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity. Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say,
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today. Here we go, back into the second set. The Lyman Eagles will go ahead and take the first one, as the dot representing here will represent sets taken. Lyman takes that last one, 25-22, although Natalie Lemon did a fantastic job getting 5 kills of her own in that first set. Westside Pirates trying to start up and get Abby Fuller heated up. Westside Pirates will start off. Ball taken, and that will hit an ace. Mauriskal with an ace right there. Westside goes up 1-0 here in the second set. Second one, Blumel, and the ball will go rolling off of her forearms high up into the air and into the back. 2 back-to-back aces by Mauriskal. That's 3 in this matchup against the Lyman Eagles, 2 back-to-back. Taken after the serve by Lyman, bouncing off the top of the tape. Good dig by Beckstead. Recovery there, and Roberts pushes it over at the 10-foot line and bumps it. Inside attack and off the top. Just touching off the top of the tape has Como diving onto the floor to grab it, but nonetheless, it will be picked up for a score for the Lyman Eagles. Service by Paige Rose, taken on the back line by Sara Mauriskal. Fuller tries to read the defense and puts it in a position where Caroline Bradshaw finds the weakness in the West Side defense of her own. 2-2 is the score. An attack on the right side and down. Natalie Lemon across the face of the defense. 5 kills on the day for her. Into the net, Lemon with a service error. Shifting the ball back on over after tying it 3-3 to Haley Eldridge. Roberts takes it on the back line, an over return, and Lyman will set up the offense out on the left. Into the arms, a big block by Grimm and Beckstead. Make that 2 for Beckstead on the day. She's been there, has read the defense very well, puts her arms up and stuffs it back into the front line of Lyman. Lainey Beckstead will now serve. Pirates hold a 4-3 lead over the Lyman Eagles in the second set, although down in the set department, 0-1. Lyman, good rotation, attack from the left, and that ball shaves the inside corner of the line as Lyman attacks from left to right across the face of the West Side defense into the Pirate bench. It goes 4-4. Bradshaw into Roberts on the back line. Fuller has to keep it inbounds after chasing it out the back line. Launching that one, Grimm over the top of her head, bumps it too far, and that will go out. Attack from the left side, across the face of the defense, and a cross corner attack into the right corner. Good for the Eagles. 6-4, your reading on the Les Schwab Logan North scoreboard. Roberts collects in the back left corner, 10-foot line set up on the right side. Fuller into the arms of Bradshaw, who has to chuck it up to fellow teammate Sage Bradshaw, and that gets caught up in the net. Fuller across, taken by Blumel. Left side, just across the tape. That ball goes sailing over, although good heads-up dexterity, hand-eye coordination exhibited by Samantha Roberts. Ball goes across the line out to the left. Lyman retains the lead. Sage Bradshaw collected by Maudiskal. They're going to feed it back to her on the right side and down. Maudiskal, the 1-2 punch. Attacking from the right side and putting it down at the 10-foot line. Birch receives an attack into the arms, and his last touch by the Pirates, I believe, as it goes sailing out of bounds. Pirates have to kind of look around. I believe it's 6-8, the score. Blumel to Roberts, diving on her knees. Beckstead gets it up into the middle and slapped over at the 10-foot blind by Abby Fuller. Fuller didn't really expect that one to be hitting the hardwood. She kind of almost did like 60% effort. It's 8-7. Attack, Bradshaw tips it over the line, and it bounces it around like a bouncy ball off a couple different West Side players. Falls down right in front of the tape. 9-7. Caroline Bradshaw lobs that thing on the serve. Beckstead setting up Lemon in the middle. She puts that one up. Diving attempt and a good dig by Sage Bradshaw. Lemon's going to be called with the lift after trying to set up her teammate behind her right in the middle of the defensive set. 10-7, excuse me. Service error by Bradshaw. Closely contested first set, and we're having the same type of thing here in the second. Just shaving the top of the tape, received on the back line in the middle, an attack, and Roberts a little bit too slow to get her arms up there. It bounces into the stands, and a kill there by Haley Eldridge. Timeout taken here. Good stuff from both teams. We'll come back with more action as part of our second set, brought to you by Level 10 Life. Level 10 Life Coaching is here to help you achieve your next level in life. Go ahead, give them a call, or find them online at level10lifecoach.com. We'll be back to you here in just a second time on mylocalradio.com.
Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com.
More second set action as the Pirate Volleyball team taking on the Lyman Eagles, undefeated in this tournament. Service by Lyman, received by Fuller. They're going to feed right back to her on the right side. Huge off of the block, up into the air, and nobody got there. Easily could have been scooped up by the Lyman Eagles. 3 Eagles in the area. All 3 of them watched it just drop right in front of all 3 of them. A little bit of a miscommunication, and that will go down as a kill for Abby Fuller, who would love to get started on a hot streak in this ball game. Finger roll type of attack on the left here by Bradshaw, up and over into the West Side defense. 12-9. Eldridge puts it right at Fuller. Mariskal goes into the middle, and that goes off of her arms, kind of funky like. Roberts runs into her back. The ball falls helplessly to the hardwood. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Right side set up, Fuller puts it down, and Eldridge grabbed it, and it probably was going to go out of bounds, and a huge launch by Como after the over return by Eldridge. Roberts came flowing in after it, and it was probably going to go sailing into the bench for a West Side point. Instead, it's going to be a 2-point shift in favor of the Eagles. Eldridge, everything all balanced as they should be, sails it out the right side line, out of bounds. Service error. 10-14. Pretty hotly contested matchup between two very good volleyball programs. An ace off of service by Beckstead. Beckstead threads the needle right in between two different Lyman Eagles. They both go for it, and it both hits off of them and out of bounds. Lainey Beckstead. 2 blocks to her name today. She's been small height-wise, but big emotionally and physically. Speaking of blocks, Britta Grimm putting it down. Big force in the middle. Dunks it on the Lyman Eagles, and the Pirates get within 2. Blumel saves that one from going out of bounds. Left side attack into the net. No block. 2 touches, as that didn't lift high enough for Lindsay Tucker. (13-14) service for the Pirates. Just over the tape. It looked like it was going to die, and Grimm blocks it again. Rolling off the tape. Mariskal sends it to the back line of Lyman. Here comes the attack on the left. Lyman, speedy fast, and a fastball off of the palms of Caroline Bradshaw into the back left corner behind Beckstead. They go up 15-13. Breeley Bradshaw. Fuller with an attack of her own. And Westside fans thought as though somebody must have touched that with their fingers. They're not going to get it. Ball goes sailing out the back line on the attack by Fuller. They're going to sidestep Blumel there to scoop it up from Como. Another big shot off the fingertips and out. Lyman getting a little bit of space, as they did in the first set. Bradshaw over for Fuller. Close to the tape, and it's a battle. Height wins for the Lyman Eagles. A setup on the right side for Fuller. That's going to be a call with fingers and hands over and across the tape on the Pirates. Lyman starting to walk away, making a little bit more room wiggle-wise in the scoreboard, located here on the right side of our screen. Logan Northwest Schwab Tires scoreboard, keeping track of it all year for us. 13-19 now, as that tight ropes down the sideline. Hits the chalk, or there would be chalk there for an ace. Fuller receives in the back right corner. Mariskal has it come off of her forearm, shooting off awkward-like. And that's going to be another ace for Bradshaw. 7-point difference in the timeout taken. We'll take it as well. Come back to you with more volleyball action. Westside Pirate Volleyball here on mylocalradio.com.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
Back again here for more volleyball action. Set number 2, the Lyman Eagles on top of the Westside Pirates, currently 20-13. And it's come off of a few just little errors. Point of all this, and one of the keys to the game that we should have talked about by Naylor Insurance, the friend in the insurance game here in the Preston area, there to help you, is really finding your personality. It's a brand new year. So you got to figure out who you are and what you're good at. And right now we're seeing a lot of really great things from the Pirates. Finding out what you're good at also includes finding out what you're not good at and what you can work on. Roberts, a huge dig on the far side corner. Pushed over at the 10-foot line on the bump by Beckstead. An attack out on the left. Into the net, just over the top and rolling. Another point for Lyman. As this is quite a few in a row for Briley Bradshaw. Bradshaw right to Fuller in the corner. Up in the middle, Fuller will go into the block. And that thing shot off like a bullet off of cement. Comes rolling back and hits the chalk on the back line of the Westside Pirates, and that's going to be a point for Lyman. What was the surefire point for the Pirates ends up being a point for the Lyman Eagles. And Grimm reads the defense, puts on her quarterback visor, sees the hole, and just taps it out to the left on the far side and gets it down for a kill. 22-14. Fuller over across, taken by Blumel. Rotation left side attack from Lyman, dug up by Roberts. It's set up for Mariscal. Other way, and it sails out the back line too far. Sage Bradshaw up and into the arms of Roberts, Beckstead, and then over. Flying out of bounds, keeping it alive. Lyman, a battle at the tape, tipped up in the air. Fuller goes out to the right side for Mariscal. Big block by Lyman. Fuller has to just push it over near the back line. Left side attack, into the block, dug up again. Fuller falling out the back line, another touch. Good rally by both of these teams. Let's try a middle attack, and that one's off the block and out. Pirates put their arms up, and it shoots into their own bench. And Lyman, 1 point away from another set point. One notch in the cap away from taking a 2-0 lead in the set department. Service taken by Mariscal, a back set for Grimm. And miscalculated into the net for an error. 25-14, it goes set number 2. We'll get ready for set number 3 as the Pirates trying to mount a comeback. Have to do it the hard way now after falling in both the first and the second set to the undefeated Lyman Eagles here at the Cokeville Invitational. We'll come back to you here for more action on mylocalradio.com. And you can also find us occasionally, or most of the time, on 105.5 KACH. Tell your friends that you can find all Westside volleyball action, football action, basketball when it happens, as well as softball in the spring with yours truly, Cody Olson, the new voice of the Westside Pirates. We'll come back in a moment.
Level 10 Life provides skilled, one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com.
Working our way into the third set now. The Lyman Eagles take both the first and the second set. Pirates just lost a little bit more momentum working into that second set, and now the Eagles will go up 2-0 in that department. Noticing the two notches here, Roberts will come in and substitute for Grimm. Traditional jump and high 10 from Roberts to every single one of her teammates. If there ever was a time to get some big points and make runs here on the Logan Northwest Schwab Tires scoreboard, it would be now. Lyman set to serve. Caroline Bradshaw on her own back line. Big lob, and that is just a little miscommunication by Roberts and Mariscal. Both went for it, shot off into the right. It's not going to end very well for either of them. Service error into the net by Bradshaw. And that will make it equal 1-1. Lemon shoots it far out to the left, trying to hit that pinpoint spot in the back left corner, couldn't find it. Lyman up 2-0, or 2-1, excuse me, here in what could be the concluding set. Fuller takes it off of her forehead into Beckstead, goes back to Fuller, into the block, high off the top of the roof, and it's still played by the Lyman Eagles. Impressive hand-eye coordination. Fuller goes left side to right side, and the defense just everywhere for the Eagles. A little quick punch across the tape into the back right corner. Sage Bradshaw notches the third mark in the point department on our Les Schwab scoreboard out of North Logan. Bradshaw puts her arms up. Fuller skips it off the top of the tape. Grimm does her best impression to get it across. Grimm across and out, too far out to the left. Good thought, but no cigar. Worthy to note that in this matchup, the Westside Pirates are going against this summer's Wyoming Coaches Association elected coach, all-star coach in Brescia Hansen. I was able to meet with Brescia Hansen earlier this summer when we covered Wyoming All-Stars out in Casper a couple weeks ago. And she was just so fun. A real part and a real big friend of mylocalradio.com and our broadcast team out in the Lyman area. Mountain View on the opposing court as Dennis Bedwell trying to do his best to find his groove and get into the broadcast game as well. That serve sailing too far, and the Pirates will find themselves down early 2-6 in this third set. Brought to you by Papa J's. Papa J's Beef Jerky. Starting off of the dream of a man who wanted to give back to a small town farming community, Papa J's is now a premier and a wonderful example of small business in the Franklin County community. Papa J's, small town USA, world-class jerky. West side working its way to the left. Fuller winds up, puts it into the block, can't find anywhere, and she tries to push it, finding that little notch in the back corner, pushes it too far to the left. Eagles up 7-3. Blumel across the tape, taken in the center by Mariscal. 10-foot line bumped over to the left for Fuller. She launches, and that one sails on her again. Taking too much of a trip travel-wise outside of the bounds of play. 8-3 for Lyman. Blumel rises up again, takes it and goes out to the right. This time Roberts to Beckstead, setting up Fuller again to the left. This time she will not be denied, splitting a couple Eagle defenders, puts it down 4-8. Abby Fuller, our Outstanding Student of the Week interview earlier, interviewed here on the first day of school. She was excited for the coverage that Westside Volleyball will be getting. In the middle, an attack off the fingertips. Newton to Grimm. Bumping it over the 10-foot line. Lyman, counter-offensive, off the fingertips, dug up by Fuller. Left side attack by Mariscal. Cross court, Blumel somehow saves that. What an amazing move. Another dive on the back corner, and that one launched across. Highlight volleyball from the Lyman Eagles. You just have to tip your cap to how much they're playing hard nose right now. Grimm touches it once, twice, and bumped over by Newton. Left side, set up to the right for Bradshaw. Beckstead into the rafters. Fuller bounces it off of the backstop of the basketball hoop. A setup again, and this is a long rally. And finally, the Pirates come out on top in what was some of the best volleyball rally that I have seen in a long while. They launch into the arms and it hits the antenna. And it looks as though we're getting Beckstead looked at on the sideline. Might have just fallen down, I wasn't quite sure, following the volleyball around. We'll take a quick timeout, come back in a second on mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Having looked at Lainey Beckstead a little bit, she's given a couple pats on the back. She's back in the ball game. She was kind of motioning to her right side above her hip. Might have fallen down just a little bit funky. She's still in the ball game now. Lyman leads 8-5. Bradshaw, a long bump into the middle, and that one's sent back over via airmail. Beckstead setting up Mariscal on the left, touching it up and over, and Kenzie Lim, the junior. Oh, excuse me, it was not. It was Caroline Bradshaw. The 5 and the 9 look kind of similar. Tried to set it off of her forehead, and it goes into the net. 6-8. Service error by Fuller makes it a 9-6 advantage for the Lyman Eagles going into the third set. Mariscal digs on the back left corner. Beckstead sends it back to her. Into the middle. Dug up, right side attack. Over the top of the outstretched fingers of Newton and Grimm, left side. Battle won at the tape, 2v1 as Mariscal took on both Lindsay Tucker as well as Caroline Bradshaw. And the combined strength pushed that ball over onto the west side hardwood. Beckstead in the middle for Grimm, and that is sailed too far out the back line. 11-8. Special thanks to all of our sponsors who make this broadcast possible, including Northern Title, Procon. Procon has been a leader in the custom framing industry for the last little while. They're here to help you out, proud supporters of the Westside Pirates and their athletic program. Mariscal receives on the Cokeville logo, set up in the middle for Grimm. Blumel not fooled. Bumps it off of her hip. An attack in the middle by Tucker goes down. 13-6. Lyman works its way near side towards our camera. Mariscal sets it across the face, goes from left side to near side. Far side attack from Lyman, and it's touched by the fingertips of Newton. And no, excuse me, Newton's not in there, it's Camo. 14-6. Westside, who's proved to be a very good team in this tournament, having only lost to Riverside in this matchup, in this Cokeville tournament. A little substitution as the Eagles have doubled up the Pirates. 14-7. Big right hand, and that one hits the corner. Sage Bradshaw. (15-7). Mariscal receives again. They'll go out to the left, kind of far out there. She has to recover. Lyman in the area to battle in the top. Lemon backing up Beckstead. Ball up in the air, and it's just bumped over the top by Mariscal. Fuller manning the back line. Diggs set up from Beckstead to Lemon, and that one mistimed. Shot into the net for another error. 7-16. If the Pirates were to drop this next set here, they would play at 6 o'clock approximately against, I'll double check here for you, on the left side, Mariscal sends that one to the back line, dug up, and an attack right to the face of Beckstead, who uses her dexterity to keep that one alive. Bradshaw in the middle. Lemon calling for help. Set up for Mariscal on the left side, and that is another one shot into the net. Westside starting to fall behind just a little bit more. Fuller receives. Set up for Mariscal on the left side. Blumel. And a infraction called on the Lyman Eagles. That bumps up Westside's score to 8. If the Pirates were to drop this game here, they would play in the 6 o'clock game against the loser of the game happening out here to the left, I believe, who will play Star Valley later on. So it's Star Valley and Mountain View happening over here to my left. Diving there, Roberts not in time. 18-9, excuse me, yes. 18-9. So they'll play the loser of Mountain View and Star Valley, which is happening there on the other side of the court. Currently right now they're both tied up 1-1 in the set department, working their way through the third set. 1 point separates them. A big attack in the middle. Haley Eldridge sends it right to Roberts, who has to protect her face. Falls down, and it kind of just dies momentum-wise right onto the hardwood. Lindsay Tucker. Sidearm serve almost. Up it goes, and another mistimed attack from the Pirates. We've seen a few of them lately. especially in this last set. Tucker, this time launching one way from the heavens, drops down like a meteor, and it's just a few inches behind the back line. 20-10 our reading on the Les Schwab scoreboard. Sara Mariscal. Right to Tucker on the back line, going out of bounds and putting it back into play across the court. An attack and dug up by Roberts. This time Fuller will attack on her own. She recovers her own block after Lyman puts their hands up there, puts it back. Fuller gets her arms in the way and it bounces off of her hands and out of bounds. (21-10) the reading, and Lyman a few points away from the clean sweep to move on to the championship round. Lemon attacks, launches, and it's just a little bit too low. Caught up in the net. Another error. The talking point, truly, I believe, an ace, or as my broadcast partner would say, a bravo, as it bounced off of two West Side players and then finally fell down. Mariscal received and it went a little bit too low, 23-10. Beckstead back set for Lemon, gets it up in the air. Beckstead bumping to the left, Fuller across the tape, spinning up in the air, back over onto the West Side portion. Fuller cocks and loads and shoots into the block of Lyman. Beckstead, Lemon will battle, and Lemon will go too far into the tape. An infraction called, and match point coming up here for the Lyman Eagles. Bradshaw launches to the back line, and it's too far out. Good eye from the Pirates, who really, if they weren't paying attention and thought that this game was really over, might have played that one due to the fact that they're losing a little bit of focus. Instead, Lemon will launch. Blumel collects on the back right corner, a setup on the right side, attack and down, and that is it. The Lyman Eagles take the third and final set against the West Side Pirates in this second matchup of the day in bracket play, 25-11. We'll come back with a few thoughts and some stats. Special thanks to Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, for giving us the needed resources to cover West Side Pirate Athletic volleyball stats, especially here at the Cokeville Invitational. We'll come back in just a second on mylocalradio.com.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people...
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
We welcome you back to the post-game coverage of this second bracket matchup. The West Side Pirates will fall to the Lyman Eagles 3-0 in the set department. Part of the Ralph's Construction post-game show. Our final score here, again, 3-0. The Lyman Eagles will continue to advance and continue to have an undefeated streak here in the Cokeville Invitational. They'll play the winner of Mountain View and Lyman, located just here to our east, about 15 feet. Thank you for joining us on the Ralph's Construction post-game show. Building in the Preston area, Ralph's Construction is the knowledgeable team here to help you build in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Let's go ahead and take one more quick break and come back with our final stats, brought to you by Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, Brittany and Braden Smith, fantastic insurance people that care about protecting the things that matter most because they care about you as a person. We'll come back in a second here on mylocalradio.com.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry, driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity. Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Welcome back here to the post-game show, brought to you today by Ralph's Construction. It's now time for our post-game stats. Our second-hand stats and our unofficial stats include Natalie Lyman and Abby Fuller leading the way in terms of the kills department, 9 and 8 respectively. Lyman will take 3 sets in a row, 25-22 in the first, 25-14 in the second, and 25-11 in the third. That gap disparity in terms of a score, I believe, could be attributed to a few more unforced errors, a lot of attacks that went into the net, a little bit of a miscommunication things, a lot of things that Coach Royer talked about that would happen early on in the year. This is why they do the tournament. They want to figure out who they are. They want to figure out what they can get better at. Very confident, both myself and Coach Royer, in this team to turn things around. Lyman is a premier volleyball program. Head coach and this year's Wyoming Coaches Association All-Star representative for the South, Coach Brescia Hansen, has run a very good program for such a very, very long time. And this was a good yardstick, or a measuring stick, rather, to measure yourself against Wyoming's top-tier school. Lyman is going to be in the conversation to compete for another state championship at the 3A level, and it should be a really, really fun one. Special thanks to Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, Braden and Brittany Smith, there to help us every single time to find the plans and protect the things that matter most. Go ahead and find them there, just east of Main Street by the City Park. We'll go ahead and end it here. We'll get ready for more action. Because of this loss, the Westside Pirates will play at approximately 6 p.m. after the Rebels play Cokeville, and immediately after that game, they have to do that game on this court right here, and then we'll come up with more action immediately after that of Westside Pirate Volleyball. Thank you for joining us here. I am Cody Olson signing off. We'll see you in about an hour and a half for more volleyball here on mylocalradio.com. Thank you, and we'll see you in a minute.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated.